Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pick. It is Monday, April 9th. Crack of dawn in the morning. Just dropped off Drew at school. So the question is, what's going to be different today? What am I going to do different today? I mean, we're successful in our own right. We own homes, or we have businesses, we have kids that are successful, we have careers, we're living good, eating good, driving good. But at the same time, I don't think any of us are where we want to be. We're on our way, and we have a lot of successes, that we could pat ourselves on the back for and about, but I don't think none of us have reached the finish line of things that we want to achieve. So the question is, okay, what are we going to do different? What are we going to change? What are we going to do starting today to get us to that next phase of life, that next phase of our growth, to where we want to be, to what we want to accomplish, and to what we want to achieve? Because the thing is, what we've done now has gotten us to where we are, but is it enough to get us to where we want to be? So, the amount of money that I was able to save to buy my current home, I may not necessarily be able to do that same process again for the next home. Because for my first home, I may have been living with my parents, and they may not have been charging me rent. And so all of my money I was able to take and save and put away and to invest in my current home. But in my current home, I have a mortgage, and I have, bills and the car and kids and, whatever the case may be. So the process may not be the same. So I may need to do something different to get to where I want to go to. Case in point is I have a business, UNFLTRD Passion, which is a fashion service where I make custom clothes. And so starting off, the main stream that I used was Instagram. But the thing about Instagram is a business. And so Instagram, as much as I can post, what I'm learning is Instagram's algorithm doesn't allow my post, no matter which hashtag I use, doesn't allow me to reach all 7 billion people that's probably on it and see my post and my designs for free. It's a business. They want me to pay for ads. So I know that on Instagram and Facebook, they limit what I'm doing. So what I need to do different is I need to put out ads for my business. I need to make that leap, make that jump, and really invest in advertising and marketing, for my business, so I can get it to grow the way that I want it to grow. If you're in a relationship, and you're constantly having issues with, communication, men and women communicate different. So maybe we need to approach it different when we're in our relationship. Maybe, we're clearly, kicking in the door when you're upset and just coming in like a machine gun. That approach isn't going to work, because what you're going to get is someone defensive on the other end. So, maybe something definitely what needs to be done different there is to approach it different, is to come in different, change our tone, change our approach, and then, communicate on a level where, my spouse, my partner understands. If I want to get to a different place in my career, maybe I'm in the field that I like, but I'm not necessarily doing the job I like. Well, then maybe I need to, approach someone that's in the role that I want to be in at my company. If my company has it, or if my company doesn't have it, then possibly what I need to do is then I need to get my resume together. If my resume isn't getting the views and the responses that I need, then I need to change my resume. I need to change my resume. Nowadays, you need to change your resume almost for every job that you apply for, if you want to get it to be seen, because there's no one in HR that's physically reviewing every resume when you email them. Now it's all done by computer. If you don't have the keywords in your resume is not getting through the initial screen that the computer does. That's just the way it is. So if you want to do different in school, then you need to maybe study different. Maybe I'm not studying with my friends. Maybe I don't study with the TV on, with my phone sitting there. Whatever it is that we want to get to, we've been successful to getting to where we are now, but getting to the next level is going to require more work. So question of the day, thought of the day, aha moment of the day is, what am I going to change right now? What am I going to do different starting today to get me to the next level of where I want to go, or where I want to get to? And I don't necessarily have all the answers. I don't necessarily have any answers. This series is not about answering questions, it's more about asking them. And I'm not asking them necessarily just to you, not because I have it together. These are questions that I'm, dealing and struggling with myself. And this series is about holding myself accountable. And when you say these things out loud, I find myself holding myself accountable and really, acting on them and doing what needs to be done to try to reach these goals. So if you have any questions, any comments, hit me up in the comments section. I'll get back to you.